All right, now I would like to ask the congregation to turn to page 368 as we join the Reverend Rambo, the godfather of steroids, Sylvester Stallone. You know what? This scene is so cornball, it's actually, in its own way, kind of cute.
Rambo, this is Murdoch. We're glad you're alive. Where are you? Give us your position and we'll come to pick you up.
There is nothing like that, Coppock.
Murdoch. I'm coming to get you.
You're going to tell me that cat wasn't on juice? You're going to tell me he wasn't using HGH? I want a recount. Meanwhile, over to football, over by the Ohio River. This isn't just bad, this is salary cap hell if you're Marvin Lewis in the Cincinnati Bengals. Antonio Bryant, the guy the Bengals signed during the offseason, in yet another attempt to replace TJ Houshmandzadeh, is down and out with a knee. This is a guy who was signed to a deal with $8 million in guaranteed money. Yes, the Bengals are on the hook. As you know, things like this are only supposed to happen to two National Football League teams, the Detroit Lions and, of course, our very own Chicago Bears. Get in line. You only have 364 days left to wish Lou Piniella a happy 68th birthday. Were you aware that Lou turned 67 on Sunday? I didn't hear about it. I didn't read about it. Didn't see a darn thing about it anywhere, which I think is kind of insulting given the fact that Lou did take a couple of Chicago Cub ball clubs to the playoffs. Then again, doesn't it seem like Lou Piniella left Chicago about 3 months ago? I mean, you just don't hear the name anymore. It's like he arrived, had the fanfare, had the playoff one, the playoff two, didn't win a ball game in either series, and now Lou Piniella is down in Tampa, Florida, presumably fishing for tarpon or playing golf. All right, you know what? She looks so darn young in this sequence, you'd swear she's jailbait. I mean, she looks so darn young in this sequence, you think she ought to be playing with Barbie dolls. And the fact of the matter is she remains 212 degrees hot. This is 41-year-old Jennifer Aniston posing for Sports Illustrated in a swimsuit issue, I guarantee you, a number of years ago. Now, guys, here is the question from Coppock. One night only, a Motel 6, Terre Haute, Indiana. Who would you rather do? Angelina Jolie or Jennifer Aniston?
Why do you call yourself M?
Well, I like having just one name because it's so hard to remember two, isn't it?
All right, enough of that. They are my football team. I love the Chicago Bears. I've been their public address announcer. Very shortly, in a week and a half, I will attend my 60th consecutive Chicago Bears season opener. But the fact of the matter is, to use the phraseology, Monsters of the Midway with the Chicago Bears is positively ridiculous. The Bears are no longer about the legacy of Sid Luckman, Bronco Nagurski, Red Grange, Walter Payton, Dan Hampton, Mongo McMichael, and Jim McMahon, or Mike Ditka. Do you realize that since World War II, going back over a window of 64 years, the Bears have won a grand total of two world championships in 64 years. But recent vintage, since 1995, the Bears have won 111 games and lost 129. We're talking about Monsters of the Midway? Hell no, we're talking about mediocrity. Okay, I think I finally have this bit figured out when you talk about MMA and UFC. Why does it work? Why is it so gosh darn successful? A, violence. Violence. People want blood. People want gore. People want to see cauliflower ears. And these hunks lead the nation in cauliflower ears. B, marketing. MMA has tapped every nerve with its audience. See, the Vince McMahon factor. You know what? Hey, there are a lot of young kids who are 12, 13 years old who love to watch World Wrestling Entertainment, which, by the way, still does marvelous television numbers and also big-time box office. But around the age of 12 or 13, they realize, you know what, the pyrotechnics, The Undertaker, Triple H, the whole 9 yards, it's all a con. They want reality. They want reality. They want the MMA. You heard it from Coppock. I'll tell you when MMA is going to run into a major problem. One of these times on a network show in front of a live audience, one of these guys is going to wind up dead. All right, you know what? He could be a legitimate difference maker for Ozzie Guillen and the Chicago White Sox. I'm going to predict that Manny Wood, will be in a uniform with the White Sox tomorrow night when they're over by Lake Erie to face the Cleveland Indians. Hey, you know, if you look at the White Sox DH combo of Kotsay along with Andrew Jones, the addition of Manny Ramirez doesn't look all that bad. Now, Ramirez is due roughly $3.8 million left on his 2010 contract. The White Sox would like to defer some of that money by giving the Dodgers a prospect. Also, another gut feeling, Ozzie Guillen will hate Manny Ramirez within 10 days. Okay, time for Fat Guy Shouldn't Be Dancing at Halftime. You know what? Chapter 17, 30 years of football futility, the Coppock list of Bear disappointments. Now, you can be great, you can be very good, and you can still be a disappointment, so hear me out on this one. My number one all-time Chicago Bear disappointment, Jim McMahon. I can hear the howling already. I can hear people saying he led the Bears to a Super Bowl in 1985, but Jim McMahon was hurt so frequently. Had he been healthy, he would have had a legitimate Hall of Fame career, and the Bears would have won at least 3 Super Bowls with McMahon back of center. All right, you know, just a few weeks ago, February 10th, 1979, this song was the #1 song in America. Rod Stewart was absolutely creamed by the critics for this song. Why? Hey, because the critics didn't like a hard-nosed, jagged rocker like Rod Stewart going disco. However, I will tell you, this is also the largest selling song, largest selling single Rod Stewart ever had. The song, of course, Do You Think I'm Coppock? This has been the Daily Coppock. We'll catch you again tomorrow. You like that line, huh, Maggie? Not bad. Do you think I'm Coppock? Do you think I'm disco? Hey, Rod, the glam pants, come on, get rid of them, huh? I mean, get real. Carmen Apici on the drums. I want to thank Eric. I want to thank Vivian. I want to thank Kelly. I want to thank you for enduring me. We'll catch you again tomorrow with the Daily Coppock right here on Facebook. Stay with us. So long, everybody. Symbolism